All right, this day I did not get to talk about. So this is day 4 for clocks, and it could lead into another day also. This might be too much for one day. So I have you just watching this big interactive clock together to see how long a second is. I mean, you could have everybody look up at your clock in the classroom, but it's kind of hard to see. So I would show this guy here, and when you open it up, it looks like this. It's not going right now, so you would have to click on real time, and then you see that second hand, and you're like, yeah, usually clocks just have 2 hands. Some of them have 3, and that's the second hand. So let's count it. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 8 seconds, 9 seconds. Okay, those are the seconds. Now 1 minute, in order for this minute hand, the long hand, to move, this second hand has to go all the way around the clock. So look it's coming up. This second hand is almost at the 12. When it hits that 12, this minute hand is gonna move. Oh my gosh, it's gonna move. Watch that minute hand, and boom, it is moving over. Okay, so I can go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and count with them all the way around until you get to 60. And say, oh, now we start over because we just went 60 seconds and the minute hand moves. Okay? Now, in order for the hour hand to move, this minute hand has to make it all the way around the clock, and that's going to take a really long time. So then I would show them this template and hand out this template here and give them one single bean, because I know you have beans, and they can put that bean all on the 12. And just like you just counted on the clock, they're gonna move the bean around and count to 60 with you and see that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Way over there, Britta. Way over there in those baskets. Okay, so I'd put the bean at the 12, and then we'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we keep going, right? And we go all the way to 60 with our bean. We could also get there quicker by just counting by 5. So starting at the 12, I could bounce my bean to this, and that would be 5. Bounce my bean here, that would be 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and go all the way to 60 to see there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Okay, so that probably is one day in itself. If you're like, I think that's too much for my kids, then if you don't want to get into that, you could just go here to this read aloud or save this for another day. This is going through the difference between a second, a minute, and an hour, and even more things. This is a good read aloud. You could pause it and you could read it aloud yourself, or you can mute it. And then you have this match it up activity. So you'd give the kids a template, or they'd take a piece of paper and split it into 3 parts and paste some of them under 1 second, under 1 minute, and under 1 hour. So this is a first grade activity nearing the end of the year where they're looking at these pictures, cutting them out, and deciding, okay, if I jump 1 time, is that going to take me 1 second, or is that going to take me 1 minute? Now, getting out of bed, I guess it depends who you are, right? That might take a really long time for some kids to get out of bed. So maybe they're more at 1 minute there compared to 1 second. Or do you literally hop out of bed, right? I'd be the 1 minute person, or 5 minutes, okay? So that ends it for time. So the main focus is just telling time to the hour, and then getting into a second and a minute and an hour, the difference between those and how long those are, and being able to see those 60 minutes in 1 hour. Alrighty.